into another coffee and Dollies, although this time it's cocoa and Dollies. I'm not gonna lie, it's more mocha and Dollies if we're gonna be super honest about it, but you know, usually I try and do them every 8 weeks or so, but now it's been 3.5 months. I was going to film one in mid-November, but I had kind of a rough turn of events. Not to be a downer on the mood, but my cat died, and it was really, 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 really hard. And I had a really rough time for a few weeks and really didn't film much. So now here we are, and it's December, and we are doing CoCoa and Dollies, which is kind of nice. We have a Christmas tree in the background. We've got this like super old vintage, like, I don't even, it's like a tower. I don't know if it's made out of resin. I'm not sure exactly what it's made out of, but it was my grandma's, and so like we've got some of that. I'm wearing the closest thing to Christmassy things I've got. I don't actually own red clothes, so we're doing pink, okay? Like, it's red in here. It's pastel everywhere else, but just let's pretend everything goes together, okay? But we're not here to talk about the aesthetics of my house. We're here to talk about Dollies and Dolly updates and all the things that we do in these coffee and Dollies. Just a quick catch up. We're going to talk about the Teeny Tinkers doll line. We're going to talk about my collection. We're going to talk about video plans and stuff like that, and like, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. But, you know, without delaying anymore, because we've already delayed a month and a half, let's get started. But first, coffee. Okay, so there's actually a lot of updates in the Teeny Tinkers dolls front. The last time we talked, I was basically just saying that the pre-order went well and everything was good, and I was taking a selling break, which I did for like 6 months. So there's a lot to catch up on, because now it's been 4 months, and there's a lot to talk about, I guess. So I'll first say that all Clovers and Poppies are now in their homes, and I've been getting some pictures sent to me. A lot of people still have them blank, and everyone's saying because of the humidity and the snow, it's really hard for a lot of people to paint their dolls, which, like, I fully understand. I'm in the same boat a lot of the time, so, like, I get it. I'm really excited to see them all done up when everyone's ready, but they are all safe in their homes, and nobody got a doll lost in the mail, or that's never happened to me. Yeah, just it's always a relief once everyone is home and accounted for. But I am still waiting for my Junie and Penelope samples. I paid for the samples to be made in end of April, May-ish, and I was supposed to have them for like mid-end June, but my caster is actually super overwhelmed with new doll orders. That's probably partially my fault for recommending them to every artist I know. I think I shot myself in the foot a little. But, you know, I'm glad that he's busy. It's a little sad for me. But I'm supposed to get them really, really soon. And we're still on track for a February pre-order. I am planning the pre-order preemptively for February 14th to March 6th, which is Valentine's Day until my birthday. It's like a 3-ish week span. I try and keep them open for about 3 weeks, and I also try and give everybody plenty of heads up. I'm not going to get too into pre-order details, but I will have a 4-month layaway available. And yeah. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. But samples are still being made. Should be on the way to me soon. I'm very excited to show them to you once they're here. But yes, still in progress. Oh, I think one other thing on Junie and Penelope is I want to do full sets again. So I've done full sets where I outsourced the entire full set. And then I've done full sets where I have sewn items and customized pieces. I do make the eyes myself either way, and then I do have Hopeful Creation make the wigs for me. But my question to you all, and anybody who wants to comment or anything, is would you prefer a handmade full set, or would you prefer the outsourced full set? The cost is the same, and that's because the materials to make the full sets are cheaper than buying the outsourced items. But I do have to pay myself for all the extra time because it takes a long time to sew the items and all that. So just let me know what you think. it would be cute either way. I'm thinking a love core theme to go with Valentine's Day and all that, and pink and red is a really cute color combo. So, but let me know what you think about that. Also, the outsourced items would obviously also have a more professional stitching quality, but they might be a little less, like, whimsical. I'm not sure yet. I want your thoughts before I start trying to work that out. But yeah, okay. Okay, enough about that. I have been working on new dolls, and a lot of new dolls. Like, that's what I've been doing for 6 months around, like, creative break and 100 days of sculpting and all this other stuff, is I have been working on new dolls and reimagining some old friends. So the first new doll I want to talk about is Hollow Soda Pop Polly, but version 2 of these girls. So as many of you may know or do know, or you are about to learn, this body, which I was calling my mid-size body, was outsourced. So it was before I could sculpt myself, and I was having it just made for me, and then there was a lot of interest. So that's why there was a pre-order. But I didn't sculpt this body or this head. I commissioned them, I like did the character mock-ups, and like I edited them as well, because there was a lot of changes I wanted made from the original file, but I didn't fully sculpt her myself. I would say I did about 20% of the work, and it's totally fine to outsource dolls. It's fine to outsource your jointing, like to have somebody joint your doll for you. I personally want to be in charge of 100% of my sculpting always. It just makes me feel really good. It makes me feel, it's good for me. I like it. So I discontinued this body and this head, and Soda Pop entirely as well. However, people do really love Hollow and Soda Pop as like character designs. So while I was sculpting Polly in clay, which also update, I did finish her, and her full series is up on my YouTube under the clay sculpting playlist, I believe. But when I finished her, I just like loved her and her chunky body. And I was like, I need to digitize this because I'm too scared to send a clay doll to my caster and it get destroyed or anything arrive in pieces. Ooh. The fear is real. I digitally sculpted her. And then for fun, during my 100 days of sculpting video, I was like, let me just try and resculpt Soda Pop. And then I was like, let me resculpt Hollow, and I did that. Now, they are different than their original versions. The characteristics are the same kind of ears, like for Hollow, same kind of ears, small nose, small kind of like kitteny mouth. I'm not sure how to describe it, but that's, and then the round eyes. And then Soda Pop, same thing, except for now her teeth are removable, so it's like a tooth piece. That way I can like cast them in white resin and then have white teeth with them. Anyways, and people really liked them in the 100 days of sculpting. I got so many DMs about it. Thank you to everybody who DM'd about it, and like the support was so cool. And then I got asked if I'd be releasing them, and I was like, you know, so because I was sculpting a new body for Polly, and I had already planned on putting Fig and Fennel on that body too, I was like, you know, I could also put Hollow and Soda Pop on that body, because realistically, it's wild to sculpt a new body for every single doll. There are some artists who do it, and that's like hats off to you. For example, the Celestial Squad and like Clover and Poppy share a body. The Petite line, so that would be Junie and Penelope, but also Raven and Edgar, and I'll get to that in a minute, share a body. And then I'm going to be calling the new body name idea courtesy of Gigglefish, because I posted on Instagram asking what I should name this body, because I was just going to call it the chubby body, because it's not plus size, but it's not like, it's a bit chunkier than mid-size, like it's not as slim through the legs and stuff as this one, and the arms, like it's heftier. And Gigglefish suggested the name Sweetheart Body, and I was like, that's so cute, because it's like a bit Rubenesque, romantic. Like, I thought it was super cute. So we're going with Sweetheart on that. And so those, at this point, 5 head sculpts will share the Sweetheart body. And it's basically all my rounder faced dolls, all the kind of like cutesier looking ones, except for Clover and Poppy, because it is a more mature body, so it's like mature, soft, cute. They're all going to be sharing that body, so I'm really excited about that. And I've been working on this body now for 3 or 4 months, but it's going to take some time. I'm probably, I would say, about halfway happy with the overall final aesthetics and about 75% happy with like the jointing and the engineering. I keep looking at her like I can do this better, and so I'm going to give her time, and I'm going to be working on that body for probably a fair chunk of 2024. Oh my god, it's gonna be 2024, guys. There are also other new dolls, believe it or not, or at least new head sculpts. I have teasered so far that there's going to be new teeny tinies in January, and I'm going to be doing 2. And so I was considering Fawn, and you're probably gonna watch a Sculptmas video where I say like, it's gonna be Fawn in another one. But I'm not happy with Fawn, and I've resculpted her head like 3 times, and it always comes out looking either too mature or not enough like a deer or too much like poly or hollow, and I'm just like, I'm not feeling it. So it's going to be Gale, and then on the same body, it's going to be Flora. But I'm super excited about her. She's my first teeny tiny without eyes. That sounds super weird, but she's basically a flower. I don't know how else to describe that. So I'm going to be printing her where the body is green, and then the flower on top is going to be in whatever color you choose, because they are like little flowers. So 2 more items that I haven't really mentioned on the channel too much, just a little bit like during other videos, is I now have both an art shop and a DIY shop open. So art shop, as confusing as that sounds, I didn't know what else to call it, is art prints, but it's also stickers and pins, t-shirts, coffee mugs, much like this is my coffee and Dollies. If it would focus. It's like not focusing. I don't know, maybe it is focusing, I can't. But it's a coffee and Dollies mug. There are different colors. So like the print is the same, but the handle and the insides are different. I have the pink one because obviously. So if you haven't checked it out already, please check it out. Link is in the description. But also the DIY shop. So DIY shop is personal use STL files. I'll be adding more as I come up with them. They won't be dolls, but they may be like fantasy parts or like option parts. But it's more so things like minifigures and props and things for dioramas and all of that. I do also have some accessories, like I've got some sunglasses and bracelets and stuff like bangles. Also got some accessories like bangles and stuff you can use for your dolls. I do also have eye bases and shoe bases because I make my own eyes and I work at making my own shoes. The bases are really nice. It's the other part that's hard for me, the finickiness, but I do sell the shoe and eye bases both as STLs and as kit prints. So the kit prints are just white by default, but yeah, I will just print them and you have to finish them. So thank you so much to everybody who's ordered. It's really, really sweet, and I really hope you love your items. So let's talk about the Teeny Tinkers collection now. So just to clarify, this is dolls I have collected from other artists and just kind of an update on what's going on in my collection. I will also have an end of year doll tag video coming out soon with a more detailed video of all the dolls in my collection. It's being baby. The first doll I can talk about is my DX Girly Peaches. Before the last Coffee and Dollies, I had gotten my Bubbles in. Now, my Bubbles was a 3D printed Bubbles, and she was super cute, and I was really excited to get my Peaches, and she came in and was also adorable. So really happy to have her, and she's customized a little bit like clowncore, but I might redo her look. Those kind of videos, just so you know, like collection videos and collection updates, are typically found over on my second channel, Teen Ear Tinkers, which not too long ago passed 500 subscribers. So thank you to everybody who's checked that out, but that's where most of my cozy content or my collection content will be found. So if you're looking for that, that's mostly going to be over there. Another new doll I got is obviously my Ace of Dolls Hierophant, I'm sorry. Ace sent me this doll to customize and all of that, and oh my gosh, like he's so cute. I was so worried he was going to be too big, but he's actually absolutely perfect. So the other 3 new dolls I have, you probably know of because I did a video here on the channel. It's always I did a video, but where I did face-ups using 3 different methods of blushing. Those were my 3 new dolls. It was a Simply Meant to Be Dolly, which was a doll I'd had in the past, sold, regretted, and repurchased. And then I got a Frapzilla, I think it's something moon. It's not Glow Moon. That's Bodhi and stuff. It's Dandelion Moon. Dandelion Moon Delphini in tan. And she was almost a doll I'd had before. I had the Loopy before, and it was one of those things where I really wanted Delphini, but then I was like, ooh, I don't know about the ears, because remember, this was 2 years ago before I started getting wild in with my own ears. And I was like, I don't know if her ears would fit under like wigs or like what I would do about that. So I just got Loopy because Loopy had smaller ears, and I just regretted. I sold my Loopy forever ago, and then I bought Delphini when I had the funds, and she came home, and very happy to have her home. She is very precious. So the other doll I got was my YB Dolls Nora, and Nora was a doll I missed the pre-order for because I did not have the right funds at the right time. It seems to work out that way sometimes. All right, let's go through the sold list because we did sell a lot. I know in the last video I said I was going to customize my Moonlight Jewel Miko, but after staring at her for very long, I wasn't connecting with her the same way. She is an absolutely adorable doll, but I just wasn't sure. I don't know, it was like the inspiration wasn't hitting for me specifically, and I knew a lot of other people wanted her, and I felt bad for like hoarding a doll blank that other people wanted. So instead, I can't remember if I sold her or traded her. If I traded her, it was for Nora. I also sold, as I mentioned in my last update, the ones I wanted to sell. I did sell my Sleepy Sheepy Marshmallow, as well as my Dreaming Doll Bella, which was my only true third scale doll. Ace of Dolls Hierophant is like tiny third scale. He very much fits in with my MSD boys, but all 2 of them. But yeah, she was just really large, and I never took her down to play with her. I really wanted a third scale doll at the time, like when I bought her, but because she doesn't fit with my diorama or my other dolls, like it was just not engaging for me to have her, so I moved her along to a new home. Okay, incoming list. Now, my incoming list is not huge this time, which is actually pretty amazing, but I have a Peachy Daydreams Nina incoming, which is a fellow Canadian ball-jointed doll artist, and it's like a little sprite pixie, and she's going to be in white, and I'm really excited about her. I traded the artist for one of my dolls a few months ago, and yeah, I'm just super excited to get her. I also, as a trade, traded, I think it was a Clover, maybe a Poppy, but I traded a doll from my summer pre-order for a Vivi's Dolls Prim, and again, super excited to get her home. She really kind of fits in with the kind of dolls I like, that like a little bit anthropomorphic, a little bit fantasy, very cute, kind of chonky even. I like kind of chonky dolls too. But I'm really excited to get her home too, and I heard that she should be like in a month or 2. I'm hoping to have her by the next update. We'll see. If not, life happens. It's okay. I believe Vivi uses the same caster I do, and I know that he's pretty backed up, so like, that sounded weird. But But I know he has a lot of work, so like I'll just hope for the best, and I hope everything goes good for her too. And I'm really excited to get my Prim. She's super cute. Finally, I should have coming very soon because I just paid the shipping. My first Haru Casting doll. I've never had a Haru Casting doll, and for a while I didn't even realize they're also a casting service. Like, I know they're called Haru Casting, but like, he makes his own dolls too. And he's super personable in like his stories, and he's super nice when you talk to him. And I was just like, this seems like a great dude. Like, normally I pretty much exclusively get my dolls from like small Instagram artists. Although I wonder if Haru Casting would be considered, I don't think small is the right word for Haru, but like niche, I guess, makes the kind of dolls I like. But he posted a doll called Khul, Khul, and I loved her face so much, and so I ordered one in a mid-tan, and I was told that they're supposed to ship like extremely soon if they haven't shipped already. So I'll have that coming pretty soon. I'm super excited to check them out. So like, yeah, again, my first Haru Casting doll, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about them. So yeah, very excited. The only other doll I had on my incoming list was a JJ Doll Labs Akula, which is not coming because since my last update where I shared that I didn't know what was going on and it was just a really weird situation, it got weirder. I'm not gonna get into it. It was very dramatic. It was a lot. There was a lot. I'm not gonna get super into it. But in the end, I got my trade doll back, which was a yellow hollow in the Wesley color. Like, it was yellow. I said yellow, right? But anyways, I got it back finally, and it's closed. Like, it's over. If the doll is not coming, I don't know that they were ever even cast. I don't know exactly, but I'm glad to have my doll back, and I hope everybody else gets either their money or their doll or something very soon, because like, it's such a crud situation when this kind of stuff happens, and it shouldn't be tolerated. Like, I know that like, this is not Rosie's hot takes time, but I'm an independent artist and doll maker too, right? So if there's artists who are ghosting people or like not delivering product or delivering like broken product and just kind of going, it's really hard on me, that's not fair to anybody. That's not fair to the consumer, like the customer. That's not fair to other artists because it sheds a bad light on everybody. Like, makes people distrust independent artists or new artists, and it just sucks. It shouldn't be tolerated. I hope everybody gets their money back. I hope everything works out okay. I just want to say, don't give up on independent artists, guys. Like, 99% of us are not going to do that. And like, I can only speak for myself here, but when somebody buys something from me, like, them being happy is 110% the priority. If I make a mistake, it comes out of my pocket to fix it. Luckily, that has not happened very often. But when it does happen, that's my responsibility to fix it. And then when I make a promise on an order or a timeline, I keep it. If I ever had to change my timeline, I would communicate. I think if somebody's spending $500 on a doll, they should know what's up and where it is and all that. But all that to say, I really do believe most of us feel that way as well. Don't give up on us. We hate what we saw just as much as you did. Anyways, that turned into tea and Dollies way faster than intended. But I needed to say that, and I'm not sure in what other context to say that, but anyways. All right, let's head into the third section of this update of this coffee and Dollies, while I still only have this much coffee. We're now coming up to the last part of coffee and Dollies, and that is the content project planning it's like miscellaneous. It's a little bit like shop stuff. It's a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. It's a little bit shop stuff, but it's also a little bit content planning, like craft ideas. Like it's the weird place. All right, the first update is I'm still trying to hit my giveaway goals. If you don't know what that is, I'm gonna let Giveaway Rosie fill you in. Hey there, it's Giveaway Rosie, also known as Editing Desk Rosie, and I'm just here to brush everyone up on the giveaway goal details. So basically, it's an opportunity to run up to 3 giveaways at once, as long as we hit the goals. My first goal is 1K subs on my second channel, Teeny or Tinkers. If I hit that goal by the end of 2023, I'll be giving away a 3D printed teeny tiny of the winner's choice, except for Aria and Dolly because I lost their STL files. The second goal is for over on TikTok. If you didn't know I had a TikTok, I have a TikTok. And I'm really hoping to hit 10,000 over there, also by the end of 2023. And if I do, I'll be giving away a blank Luna in the pink color. Finally, the big one, the one I keep talking about here, I have a goal to hit 10,000 subs on Teeny Tinkers, this channel, this one. And the prize is the same as my 5K giveaway, which will be a one-of-a-kind full set based on a general aesthetic of Luna in a robin's egg blue color. But that's basically it, so I'll send you back to CoCoa and Dollies now. All right, thank you to Giveaway Rosie for that segment. But yeah, that's the first update is I'm still really trying to hit those goals. And if you're not subscribed already, now is a great time. But yeah, that's update number 1. Update number 2 is you may have noticed a small pause on Doll of the Weeks. Instagram and their tagging and all of that has really, really messed with my ability to see your guys' sculpts. I'm not trying to ignore anybody's dolls. It's literally to the point where they only show top posts. So basically posts that get over like 100 likes or like the main posts. So I will be changing all of my Doll of the Week segments to say to tag me and not to use the hashtag because Instagram is killing the hashtags. But even more so, if you guys have a Discord, like a Discord account, I have a Teeny Tinkers Discord. The link is down below. If the link does not work for some reason, please leave a comment and I will send you a link right to it. But there is a Teeny Tinkers Dolls share channel in there, and I'm hoping that we can bump up the amount of people in there so that I can see more photos, so that we can do Doll of the Week again, because it has been really sad not doing it for the last like month or so. We're kind of following that. As mentioned, I did finish the 100 days of sculpting videos. So there's kind of a summarization video where I show everything I made, and some of it's really random and some of it is stuff I'm pulling into future projects like Hollow and Soda Pop V2, and also like Gale's face was sculpted during 100 days of sculpting, and I got a really good reaction, so I was like, okay, I gotta make this a teeny tiny, because number 1 for me, because they are super cute, but then also because people just seem to really love them. So yeah, 100 days of sculpting was super fun. All right, and final update, which is kind of like in Sculpt land, but not quite in Teeny Tinkers Doll land, is for the last 3 months, I have taken a fair handful of sculpting commissions, as well as a few face-up commissions for sculpts that were not my own. I've always painted my own sculpts if people requested, but I haven't really gotten into doing face-ups for other people. And so far, everybody has really, really loved everything they got. I've sculpted maybe 4 heads, like ball jointed doll heads, a couple figurines, and 1 full body for other people. If a sculpting commission or a face-up commission, or a drawing commission even, is something that interests you, I do have a page called Commissions over on my website. It's like just a form you fill out, because I can't really put a flat price on things because every project is different, and depending on complexity, time, size, all that. So yeah, I guess that's the last update to services, I guess. I'll be back soon for another kind of update, but it's just the doll pre-order planning video and all of that. That's going to be at the end of the month, and also my end of year doll tag is coming up, so we're gonna have a lot of cozy, chatty type content this month. So if you like this, more to come. I also really soon have my Christmas craft exchange unboxings starting. I had originally planned to do it in 1 or 2 videos, but I will just say it has been absolutely incredible what I've received so far, and it's going to be 4 videos because it needs to be. So that's also the kind of cozy content you kind of watch while you're wrapping presents, or like doing laundry, or like making dinner, or knitting, or you're crafting, you're doing your thing, you're being Christmassy. It's like a really great thing to kind of just have and chill. I know when I started my second channel, people were really happy about it because it's kind of a throwback to Teeny Tinker's original. A lot of people came to this channel for kind of like my doll content, my art content, and that's what's been growing this channel. But my original people who came for like casual chatty vibes, this month is going to be a really good month for you. But after this month, it's mostly going to be over on channel 2. So if you're already subscribed, thanks so much for subscribing. And if you're new here, I hope you like the content and consider subscribing. As always, I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.